So what's the most you'll pay when you go out to source for your items? In regards to profit you're going to make, would you pay 5% of the total profit? 10, 20, 50? I've even seen folks out there who'll pay 50% of the total profit. That's half of what you're going to make. Let me know in the comments below. Just curious. I'm back. Yes, I'm alive. It's Patriot Picker. I'm Chris. We're down in the eBay bunker. And if you're joining me for the first time, you are in for a treat because on my channel, you just never know what I'm going to talk about. So before we get into talking about the items that I have sold recently on eBay, I want to jump in and give a shout out to some really cool folks. Now, if you're into reselling, you know how important it is to get shipping supplies. And I know a lot of folks who probably purchase their shipping supplies online. They go to USPS and they order free boxes. But if you're like me, you have a wide range of the way that you go about getting your shipping supplies. One of the most difficult things I think in reselling is how to decide how you're going to pack an item and ship it out for protection. There's a lot of different methods, and then there's just the simple, I just stuff as much stuff as I stuff as many air pockets or tissue paper or newspaper or whatever else you can find around the house. And then I hope it gets there safely. Well, when it comes to shipping and being successful as a buyer or as a seller, you definitely want to perfect the way that you go about packaging items. And so, as I said, I have some really wonderful people that my wife works with now. You know, she's a high school teacher in the local area, and she works with some ladies, and they are just phenomenal when it comes to items that the school gets in. These girls will unpack it all, and then they will bring all that packing supply stuff to my wife, and then she brings it home to me. And I just want to give a shout out to Angie. I want to get these names right because there's like this little group of girls, and they're all sort of related in some way or form or fashion. But anyway, I want to say shout out to Angie, Heather, and Stephanie. And then I also want to give a shout out to Mario because he just is so cool. He's been there for years and he rocks. So anyway, you guys are listening to my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for what you do for us and helping us with our business. Now then, I want to get into talking about some things that have sold recently. While we get all this set up, let's talk about real quick. I had if you saw the question in the beginning of the intro there, just this past week I noticed that there was a friend of mine who resells down in Georgia, and he had purchased something from Facebook Marketplace. And Chris, if you're listening, I appreciate you tuning in. And Chris was showing us how that in certain situations, he's willing to pay upwards to 50% of what something might sell for on eBay. Now, I myself, I feel like that's too risky, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to ask you guys. And I've also posted something as a poll over on Instagram under Patriot Picker 1776 as well. But Chris, you know, you're one of those guys that has been real successful in reselling, and you're business savvy, where a lot of us are not. And so we look to people like you to help us out. And I was talking to my wife last night about it and asked her, you know, what would you do? Would you pay upwards to 50% of what you would make? Would you stick to only like 5%, 10%, 15% of your total profit? And I guess really, each one of us, is doing what we feel works for us. And Chris does really well with things like electronics, and of course, you all know he's really big into the football and basketball cards and knows those things. I mean, like, he's perfected the art of selling those online. So, and is really being really successful, where he'll go out and he'll buy multiple boxes, and then, as you guys have seen on his videos, he'll flip through those and pick out the ones that he knows are going to do well for him. So it is a weird business to be in, because in order to make money, you have to spend money, and that's just a principle. But where is the line for you? And I'm just curious. The line for me, I kind of already told you where the line is. But for you, where is that line that you're willing to cross over, that threshold, in order to turn around and flip something for profit? Just leave me a comment below. I'd be interesting to know. So let's get into what has sold. We got a lot of different genres here. The first genre we're going to start off with is something that all of you who follow my channel, you've been hearing me say over and over and over what does well for us. And of course, once again, old board games are doing well still. They just don't sell as often as you'd like, but they do come through every now and then. And this is a 1963 version of the game Flinch. I never played this as a kid, but I've heard lots of cool stories about how fun it is. And Flinch sold for $14.99 plus shipping. And I do believe I paid 99 cents for Flinch. All right, moving right along. Once again, another niche that we have tapped into that continues to do well for us are women's medical scrub tops. This is a brand new one, Frosty the Snowman. You can see the words "chill out." Again, focusing on, when we buy these guys, focusing on themed scrub tops, not just any scrub top with flowers and paisleys and such in solid colors, but actual Disney, Frosty, Peanuts, Charlie Brown, anything that jumps out that has that character on it that everybody's familiar with. And a lot of women like to wear those in the medical field. So this one is brand new. It sold for $17.99 plus shipping. Now, scrub tops that we buy in our local thrift stores can be anywhere from $2.99 and up. Usually we pay, I think, $3.99 for them each. So there's a good example of how much you're willing to pay in order to flip there. You do the math. $3.99 sold for $17.99. What do you think? All right, moving on along here. Now this is another item, guys, that has, as you hear me say a lot, has been in the store for a while. And when I got it, I knew it would sell. And it was one of those things that I thought would sell really fast. But for some reason, sometimes these things just sit for a while. So this is a Sea Rock City dinner tray. Man out of 10. Has the story of Rock City on the back. It was issued in 1998. This is from my hometown. Rock City is in my hometown of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And so anyway, this dinner tray, just one, by the way. Usually, sometimes they come in sets, but this one was by itself. This sold for $29.99 plus shipping on top of that. And I think I paid $2.99 for this tray. All right. Now, a friend and I were talking the other day about reselling, and I told him that my spidey sense and kind of antenna is starting to focus in when I go into the stores now. I really focus in on trying to find items that people can use in their homes. And this is one of those smaller items, but it has it's very popular and it does its job really well. So a lot of people are trying to find these. But this is called the tub shroom. It's a little thing that you stick down in the drain of the tub that will collect the hair, so the hair doesn't go down the drain, And if you're like my family, I won't go there. Anyway, that could get me in trouble. So this is called Tub Shroom. It's brand new in the pack. It went for $10.49, paid 99 cents. All right. Now, this is another another area that we will look for when we go into thrift stores. But I've noticed here lately, it's kind of started drying up a little bit for some reason. Used to, I could go into a thrift store and I could find at least one purse that I knew would sell in our store. And now here, probably over the last, since Christmas, I've noticed that all of the really good purses that I think would sell are starting to dry up. And now you just go in, you see the same exact purses that are on the racks. I mean, no one's buying those, and they're there every time you go. And I'm assuming that's just because people are hanging on to stuff right now, using it right now. Maybe they got it for Christmas and they're using it right now. They'll use it until they're tired of it, and then they'll donate it in the warmer months coming in spring. But we did have a couple that sold for us. This is a company called Relic, and this is just a women's abstract type artwork on the outside, crossbody, long strap purse. And this sold for $16.99 plus shipping, and we pay $2.99. I want to say $2.99 for purses. I might be mistaken there, but we pay $2.99 for purses. All right, then we have another purse. This is called a Bella Taylor, and you can see right here the name, Bella Taylor. These are like quilted purses, and this is more of a over-the-shoulder or handheld type purse. And this particular Bella Taylor pattern purse sold for $29.99 plus shipping. And again, I think we paid $2.99 for purses. Okay, what's left? Get everything situated here out of the way. Got a few more things here. Okay, so we've got a mug. We've got a Mickey Mouse, Mickey's Really Swell Coffee brand. I think you can only pick these up in the parks. I may be wrong there. Of course, you can pick them up on eBay, used. But I think they're originally sold out of the parks because it says on the bottom Disney's parks. So I'm putting two and two together. I'm not a big Disney fan. But anyway, this particular Disney Mickey Mouse mug sold for $15.99 plus shipping, and I think I paid 99 cents for that. All right, next up is an item that went out to some of my old stomping grounds out in South Dakota in the Black Hills. This is the time of year out there, of course, as you all know, where they're getting, clobbered with snow constantly, and winter is set in. Not that winter is ever not set in out in South Dakota, because I've seen it snow in the summertime there. But anyway, these are called Yak Trax walkers. You put them on the bottom of your shoes, and they give you traction in ice and snow. Brand new in the pack. Those sold for $10.99 plus shipping, and I think I paid 99 cents for those. I think I got one more thing here. Yes, just one more thing. And this is something that has been in the store for a while as well. But this was brand new in the box. It's an open box, but it's never been used in the box. It's called the Dean Jacobs bread dipping set. And so you basically take some of the spices and stuff, set them over in a saucer, and this is your bread dipping for like when you eat Italian food and stuff like that. Really good brand if you've never heard of Dean Jacobs. And that sold for $24.99 plus shipping, and paid $1.99 for that. So that is it for what sold. These are what sold items over the last day weekend, because on Sundays I don't ship. Obviously, post office is closed on Sunday, so anything that sells on Saturday goes out on Monday, and that's that. Please remember to leave me a comment on the question I ask. And again, thank you, girls, and thank you, Mario, for helping us out with shipping supplies at the school. And I guess that's it. This is Patriot Picker, and I'm signing out. And we'll catch you guys again on the flip side.